Throughout your life, you'll be placed on many crossroads, forcing you to make a decision. You'll have to decide which road are you going to take. Some roads will have dead ends, detours, and roadblocks. You'll always be positioned in the center of the crossroads. You may encounter certain crossroads where some of the roads are blocked. There's two reasons these roads may be blocked. Either it's not your time to go down that road yet, or it's not meant for you to go down that road at all. Some roads can be illusions to where it looks good when you first start, but ends up not being what you thought it was. Some roads can lead to your doom, while other roads can lead to your success. Some roads can be traps, while other roads can be treasure. Before making a decision to go down a certain road, it's better to ask yourself these questions first. Why do I want to go down this road? What are the benefits of going down this road? What are the consequences of going down this road? What are the risks of going down this road? What will the end results be going down this road? Does this road align with my life path? Every road has a certain chain reaction that leads to certain results, whether it's good or bad. As you stand in the center and make a decision on the road to go down, Eshu is that voice in your head that you often hear. Some of the things that you may hear are you sure you want to go down this road? What am I about to do? How did I talk myself into this? Let's just do it. We got this. There's no turning back now. Those voices you hear is the Eshu that's within you. Eshu will allow you to walk down the road of your choice, but always remember, every road leads to somewhere. That voice you hear in your head is there for a reason. That's Eshu asking you either, are you sure you want to go down this road? Or, what are you waiting for? Let's say you're working a job that pays you just enough to cover your bills. You dream of becoming a professional boxer. You have the skills, body shape, and everything else that it takes to pursue that dream. At this point in your life, that's all it is a dream. It requires money, traveling, and other sacrifices just to get your foot in the door of that dream. You were offered 4 options. That's 4 different roads you can travel. Road number 1. You were offered an opportunity by your cousin to practice in scamming. He tells you that if you work with him, you'll have the money very quickly to do what you need to pursue that dream and still be able to pay your current bills. Road number 2. You have an uncle that lives in another state. He offers you an opportunity to work for his construction company that he owns. He's not supportive of your boxing dream. He wants you to work in a family business. The money he's offering you is 5 times the amount you're making at your current job. He also providing you a place to stay and a company vehicle. Road number 3. There's a boxing school located in another state. Once this school is completed, it will lead you to the professional level. You're responsible for your own food, living arrangements, and the cost of school. The road will require you to sacrifice stability that you currently have and start all over again. Road number 4. You could always stay at your current job and hope for a miracle. Now let's get into the scenarios and final outcomes of these 4 roads. The road of the scamming cousin. Your cousin presents you with an option to join his scamming business. He proceeds to explain the large amounts of money you'll make if you join him. As you look at his beautiful home, fancy clothes, and the luxury vehicles that he's driving, you are now convinced that this is really working for him. He tells you that 4 successful scams completed will be more than enough money to pay for your boxing school. Now he said the right thing that got your attention, so you take him up on his offer. A little time has passed, and now within the 3rd week, you've completed your 4th scam. And just as he said, it's more than enough money to pay off your school. That money came very quickly, and the system you use to acquire it can be duplicated as many times as you like. Now you decide school can wait. You figure it's not going anywhere. Why not do it later? As your money grows, so does your lifestyle. Now you feel you're living a dream and boxing is now an afterthought. Everything is now going your way until an unexpected change occurred. You made one careless mistake, and now the police are kicking down your door. That one careless mistake that got you caught landed you a number of years in jail. You were offered reduced time if you gave them your cousin's name, but you lived by the no snitch rule, so you refused. As the years went by, you realized that your boxing dream is over. You're now 15 years older, which is far out of your prime. You ended up training young inmates how to box in prison and mentoring them to better their lives. You now lecture them on not making the same mistakes you made. The whole time in prison, your cousin never visited you or wrote you once. He just recently got busted and is serving jail time elsewhere. Road of your uncle's construction company. Your family believes that it's in your best interest to let go of your boxing dream and pursue the opportunity your uncle offered you. You realize you live in paycheck to paycheck, and your current situation will never change if you stay at that job. So you decided to take your uncle up on his offer. You move into his home and begin to work for him right away. You're now making 5 times the amount you were making at your last job. As time passes, you begin to move up in the company, and you're now in charge of your own crew. You're doing pretty well for yourself financially. You no longer live with your uncle. You now have your own house and a high-paying salary to support your new lifestyle. Financially, you're doing well. But this job is not what you dreamed of. You had thoughts of quitting this job and pursuing your boxing career, but your uncle can no longer move around the way he used to. He wants to leave you in charge of the operation. The money is now better, but deep down inside, you feel depressed. Every time you see a boxing match on television, you think to yourself, that should be me. The road to staying on your current job. Keeping your job along with your current lifestyle is not what you dreamed of. There's no risk-taking involved because the situation is already laid out for you. You wake up and go to a job every day that you hate. As you're working on your job, you're telling yourself that one day I will become a boxer. Now let's fast forward 15 years. That one day never came, and you're still not a boxer. You spent 15 years waiting for that miracle to happen that never happened. You're now married with children, and your spouse has to work also. To support your household and children, the two of you have to work paycheck to paycheck. Now that you're older, the dream of becoming a boxer is long gone. Boxing is no longer a dream. You're now just a fan of the sport. The road to the boxing school. You put a lot of thought into this. You question yourself over and over again, asking, am I making the right decision? You weighed all your options before you decided to pull the trigger and make that move. You put in your 2 weeks notice at your job, you packed your things and sold what you couldn't take with you. You relocated to the new location where the boxing school was located. You are now living in your car. You take showers at rest stops and buy food that doesn't require being refrigerated. And your clothes are packed in a trunk. After 7 months of this routine, you're doing extremely well at your school. One of your trainers sees you in public and realizes you're living in your car. He offers you to stay with him and his family. He sees major potential in your skills. He provides you with extra training at his home, along with what you get at the school. A year and a half later, you're now at the next level. That extra training pays off because you did so well. A year later, you're competing on pay-per-view events. Fast forward 20 years, you've had a great boxing career. You won several titles and traveled the world. You lived the dream you always had. And now you share your story of quitting your job, relocating, living in your car, to becoming a heavyweight champion of the world. As you stand in the center of the crossroad, always listen to that voice inside of your head. That voice is Eshu within you. If you listen, you'll know what road is right and what road is not right. Always remember, whatever road you choose, you made that decision. If that road is not what you wanted, then it's not for you to blame Eshu. It's up to you to listen to the Eshu within you before going down any road.